Hello, friends. It's me. I have something special, actually, for you. And, I don't really have to give much of an introduction to this. The author of this fantastic story, however, does. So, let's just get right into it. This is from our friend Mandelbrot. This is Garfield, the last lasagna. I think my favorite part of this is on the subreddit. If you go to my subreddit and look this up, I have a rule that you have to say whether or not a story is true or false. That way, we know the difference between a real neckbeard story and some kind of fan fiction. And Mandelbrot has this listed as fiction, sadly, which is just great. So. Let's go to this. Hello again, Lunar Equus Calibus. It's a fancy way of saying my name, but thank you. Hi. I, Mandelbrot, the one who submitted the first Garfield story to you and showed you this glorious rabbit hole, and I can't thank you enough, have returned with another Garfield tale. Funnily enough, remember how you said in your first Garfield video you mentioned that you had tweeted for people to send you just the worst fanfics? I stand by that. If you have a terrible fanfiction, please send it to my subreddit. I really want to read them. I think that's really funny. I actually never saw that tweet. Me sending you that story at that time was just an amazing coincidence. Oh my god. One could almost call it fate. One last thing before we begin. Out of all of the Garfield fanfictions you've read so far, this one is the first one to not be written by Shakespeare Hemingway, but rather another lad following in his footsteps by the name of Lucas Finoli. Oh my god, there's more? I'm going to have to look this up. But I feel this writer still captures the magic of Hemingway's other stories, with a slight tinge of his own ideas. But now, without further agenda, I present Garfield, the Last Lasagna, inspired by Shakespeare Hemingway's Garfield series. It was a sunny but windy day on the planet of Octo, where the two main heroes, Rey and her master Luke Skywalker, were finishing up their daily lightsaber training. I already don't like where this is going. Well done, my apprentice, Luke says, with content. You are now ready to face against Supreme Leader Snoke and his evil Knights of Ren. Thank you, Master, Rey says with a smirk. However, there is another apprentice I must introduce you to. Another apprentice? Who might that be? Replies Rey, with confusion. He's been on the search for something that has been a desire for him for decades, some say even thousands of years, says Luke, filled with wisdom coming from his voice. As soon as Luke finished his sentence, a figure flies out of the bottom depths of the ocean, covering the sun in their prime athletic physique. Oh god. The mysterious figure falls onto the ground right where the two heroes stand in front of that view. The mysterious person removes the hood from their head, revealing that it is none other than the orange cat, Garfield. Hello there, says Garfield, oozing with manliness and overwhelming confidence. This is my secret apprentice, Garfield. I've been training him ever since yesterday. Just yesterday. And now he's become the ultimate Force user of the galaxy. Said Luke with slight quiver in his voice. I was just finishing my daily continental swimming, responds Garfield with masculine robustness. Oh, Garfield, you're so resilient, says Luke with excitement towards his secret apprentice. He doesn't seem that tough, Rey says as she begins to grow jealousy towards her new Jedi rival. She tries not to stare at Garfield's beautiful, strong, masculine body that every woman desires to share Garfield's genes with in bed. Oh my god. Better watch what you say, White Eyes. Or should I say, Rey Kenobi, Garfield eloquently says. How did you know that, Garfield? Irritated Rey. Garfield is a master Force user, therefore he can look through anyone's past by simply staring at them, instructs Luke to Rey, as if she was still a young Padawan. I have good news for you, Garfield, on your search for the last lasagna, said Luke as he tries to keep the elation from his voice. Spill the beans, Skywalker, commands the confident feline, that is Garfield. The location of the last lasagna is hidden in Snoke's super secret fortress on the Marisu system by Tatooine. This mission will be difficult for you, Garfield, Luke says as he briefs Garfield on his ominous mission. But, Master, I'm ready to take on Snoke and Kylo all by myself, whines Rey. I'm sorry, Rey, but Garfield is the ultimate manliest force ever to be seen in the entire universe. He is the only one who can find the last lasagna, and is undoubtedly the only Jedi that can single-handedly take on everyone and still win the odds. I don't need 2 lumps to do what 6 abs can do, said Garfield as he removes his gray robes, exposing his impeccably strong muscles that reflect the sunlight, and reveals his 6-pack abs. Luke faints in disbelief of Garfield's manly beauty, while Rey isn't amused from Garfield's fantastic looks. Later, compressor girl, I'm off to do the universe a favor. Triumphantly, says Garfield as he opens his right paw. A starship uncloaks from behind him, and he does a backflip into the cockpit and immediately heads straight into hyperspace because Garfield is a quick mathematical genius when it comes to hyperspace calculations. Garfield's ship suddenly stops in a mid-jump as he arrives on Snoke's landing pad at his hidden fortress. Snoke's private shuttle falls from the landing pad as Garfield's luxurious ship pushes it into a bottomless ravine. Garfield jumps out of his ship and confidently walks towards Snoke's temple doors, which are guarded by his personal bodyguards, the Knights of Ren. Garfield! Whines out the weak yet arrogant Kylo... Oh, that's supposed to be Kylo Ren. Okay, let me try that again. Garfield! Whines out the weak yet arrogant Kylo Ren. What are you doing here? At my master's hidden fortress! This is probably a terrible Kylo Ren impression, but I don't even care. This story is fucking insane. I'm here for the last lasagna. Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the Garfield way, warned Garfield to the knights. Kylo Ren laughs at him with evil. Oh, Garfield, you cannot stop the most powerful fighters in the galaxy. The Knights of Ren, gloated the arrogant Sith. Your voice reminds me of small children dying, Garfield cleverly says. Lord! You take that back, screams Kylo Ren in anger as he and his evil colleagues attack the rugged feline stud. Garfield accepted the attack at this moment. I'm sorry, it took a minute there. Oh, good little Ben, how about a game of kick the can? He proceeds to follow a force kick of one of the knights, ending their fate into the bottomless ravine. Garfield instantly pulls out his legendary lasagna saber. The saber glows with a bright red outline and an inner orange-red blade to remind his purpose for searching for the last lasagna. Garfield twirls around the knights in sheer perfect choreography, cutting and slicing through his enemies with a breeze as he doesn't break a single sweat on them. Cool. Kylo Ren watches the destruction and screeches in despair as he runs back to the temple doors. I'm not done with you, greaseball, said Garfield with intimidating manliness. Garfield uses his master force powers to drag the whimpering Sith Lord with his burly force powers. I don't think I've ever seen the phrase burly force powers before, but thank you. Oh, please, Garfield, please don't kill me. I can see why my grandfather admired you in his youth, said Kylo Ren with emasculated masculinity. Enough, Grandpa's boy. Time for you to meet his resting place, said Garfield as he unleashes a fury of ultimate Force user special Force lightning upon the foolish child. No fair Jedi can't use Force lightning on Sith Lords such as myself, screamed Kylo Ren with miraculous pain. I can do whatever I want because I am a gray Jedi, Garfield said, enlightening with Force lightning. No! Yelled the burnt raisin that was once Kylo Ren. Good lord. Garfield looks at the fried corpse and takes one big gulp, swallowing his whole body. Oh, gross. I like crying raisins, said Garfield with joyful belching. This is not enough, for I still hunger for the last lasagna, commented Garfield with hungry determination. Garfield uses a force belch to penetrate through the locked doors of Snoke's temple as he enters through the hollow corridor. From where Garfield is standing in all his grace, he stares threatening at the figure of Snoke. "Garfield," said Snoke. I don't know what Snoke sounds like. I didn't see that movie. With calm arrogance. "I thought I left you for dead during the Yuuzhan Vong invasion." "They were all a midnight snack to my fists," said Garfield, as he cracks his fingers, glaring at Snoke. "Now it is time for the main course." "You believe you could destroy the Sith, Garfield?" said Snoke with disbelief. "Yeah, and I want my lasagna, so hand it over, Mace Windu," Garfield said with demand. "How dare you use my real name?" What the fuck? "Now you must die," said Snoke Windu with anger as he pulls out his lightsaber and leaps towards Garfield. "Bon appetit," said Garfield with over-glaring confidence as he punches a hole straight through the wannabe Sith Lord's face. "I cannot believe you have defeated me, but I do not have the last lasagna," said the punctured Snoke, who is now dead. "You fool, I thought you had the last lasagna," roared Garfield in an enraged sultry of manliness. Garfield slams a fist into a nearby column, creating a domino effect of epic destruction. The entire temple falls into ruination, with Garfield inside. As the last bits of rubble settles, Rey lands the Millennium Falcon and approaches what was once Snoke's super secret stares in awe as she can only see the aftermath of a temple. I did read that right, okay. "What incredible weapon could have caused this amount of destruction?" says Rey with curiosity. "Me," says Garfield with suaveness as he uses the Master Force to push all of the rubble into a ravine. Garfield then dusts off his broad shoulders. He walks over to Rey. "Garfield, you are still alive," said Rey with irritation. "You know it, butter buns." God, said Garfield with smoothness like greased seal. "Even though you have committed an incredibly impressive feat, and if I were any other woman, I would absolutely fall in love with you right now, but because you have stolen my density, what? I must challenge you to a duel." "Her density?" Rey said to Garfield. "I have no time for these games, little girl," laughed Garfield with masculine hardiness. I think so too, but it's just density. "What makes you think you can defeat me?" Garfield questions Rey. "I am short-sighted and foolhardy, and I am reckless enough for the audience to like me. Surely my power is enough the fan base will defeat you," gloated Rey. "Oh, we're breaking the fourth wall now." "Even though you are right, I cannot deny a challenge." "Very well, lame Kenobi, we shall fight." Garfield pulls out his lasagna saber with a beautiful flex of his muscles with enough pressure to crush a Star Destroyer in half. Rey stumbles back from the sheer radiance that Garfield emanates. "What's the matter, Rey? Miss your parents?" Garfield says with cleverness. "You will pay for disrupting an independent woman's destiny, Garfield." Oh, so it's not the density anymore. Rey lashes out in anger as she swings every strike onto Garfield. He deflects the blows with reflexes like Puma on speed. "Not even close, cream cake," Garfield says with daringness. Rey cries out at Garfield as she attacks him with greater dexterity. The two clash lightsabers so fast the human eye could not follow the sheer intensity of their duel. Only colors visible are streaking arches of Sue blue and lasagna red. What? As the fight continues, Rey becomes stronger and stronger, making it difficult for Garfield to defend himself. The fight suddenly stops for a moment as Rey overpowers her blue lightsaber against Garfield's. "It's over, Garfield. You're in my system, and as long as I'm the protagonist, I can only become stronger," Rey says with triumph. Rey then pushes Garfield onto the ground and raises her lightsaber in the air to give the final blow. "For Jeddah!" It was John Arbuckle pouncing from the bottomless ravine. No, Amaku? It should be Amaku. And smashes between the two clamoring plot behemoths, separating them. "Thank you, John, my trusted ally and close friend," Garfield reluctantly says to John. "No time for jokes, Garfield. I am only here for one thing, and that is to give you a morale boost." "What do you mean, John?" Garfield says, with slight confusion. Rey strikes down her lightsaber, slicing John in half like a steaming hot, gooey pizza. "Oh no! You bitch!" Garfield says with sadness, like soldier from war. I was supposed to eventually kill him. What? Garfield's pupils suddenly turn from black dots to lasagna as he activates a new ability just discovered called Eyes of Lasagna. An emotion so powerful no Sith could ever reach upon. Not even Palpatine. Garfield leaps back into action with twirls of belching, echoing anger. His lasagna saber clashes against Rey's 10 times faster than the first part of the duel with each other. Garfield continuously leaps over Rey with every strike as he confuses her with dashing blows and looks. This is fucking weird. How can this be? How are you able to overpower me physically and sexually? No, so easily. Rey yells out in despair. Fool, the death of John has relinquished your right as a protagonist. You have now become a villain, Garfield says with nonchalant exposition. No! Screams Rey with discontent as Garfield prepares his final blow. Rey instantly blocks his attack, having the lightsaber pressed against each other again. Rey slides her saber into Garfield's right hand, but due to the master force of Garfield's attack, it ends up cleaving her hand off like sweet vengeance. Garfield pants in exhaustion with his muscles pulsing from the longest lightsaber battle he's ever had in his life. For once, Garfield breaks loads of sweat from his body, like Odie drooling for food. Ew. Rey's head rolls off the side. Her body stands there, spraying out blood in the air and landing on Garfield's supple lips. Gross. He tastes his lips to celebrate his victory. His taste, it's so familiar, Garfield says with mystery. He lets out a finger, letting Rey's blood land on him more, becoming drenched in it. He suckles his finger to get a better taste of her. Lasagna sauce.
Oh my god!
He stares at Rey's corpse that is now laying on the ground, looks into the hole of her throat as Garfield becomes, for the first time in his life, unsettled. Garfield gazes at the inside of the beautiful woman, as there are no entrails, but only lasagna. Everything inside of her is all lasagna. Garfield drops to his knees. How could I have not seen this before? Even as a master force user, I could not see that she was the last lasagna. Garfield sheds a single, manly tear. I know what I must do. Garfield gets on his paw from kneeling. He unhinges his jaw into a white maw god and places it over the recently deceased Rey. With a large vacuum, Garfield sucks Rey into his now satisfied gullet. He stands up and looks to the sky as a tear rolls off his face and lands on the ground, below, producing a small orange flower to grow and bloom. Garfield ponders about his future. As long as there is no lasagna, Garfield readies a wide stance as he stomps the dusty floor, crushing the flower beneath his foot. There is no Garfield. Garfield immediately releases the most ultimate belch in all of existence, causing the planet Mari-Su to turn into chunks of rubble from Garfield's blast. The aftershock caused a galaxy-wide sonic boom, reaching to the far end of the universe. Hoth, Yavin, Coruscant, and even Jakku wasn't safe from the devastating blast. Everything was annihilated out of existence, leaving nothing but cold, unforgiving void of space. The only remaining substance is Garfield, floating through the emptiness of space. He closes his eyes to rest and wait, for without lasagna, there is no Garfield. The end? I don't know what the fuck I just read. Why do these stories always manage to get stranger? Holy shit. If you guys enjoyed this, please, like, comment, subscribe. I have a Ko-Fi and a merch store. You can check those out, for lasagna. There is no lasagna. I don't even know why I said that. Garfield's now in my brain. I'll never be sane again. I have a Discord server, and there's a live stream, and I have a subreddit. The links are in the thing below the video. You should check that out, because I'm not good with words right now. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.